Shalom, give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yoshua, Bashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for the edification and knowledge. Call Halayayim Yahweh, Bashem, Yoshua, Bashem, Rakakadash. Give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yoshua, Bashem, Rakakadash. This relates to BLM protesters storming in Oklahoma City Capitol a few days ago, relating to the Anti-Riot protest bill. And 34 states are opposing or considering it, relating to that article, The Hill. This is Isaiah 19:1 through 4. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of there. So he's going to ride on Egypt, modern-day Egypt, a swift cloud. Pretty much judge Egypt as a modern-day Babylon, which is here. And I will set the Egyptian against Egyptian, citizen against citizen, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Earthquakes happen in different places. Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13. That's happening now. And the number 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy that counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols, and to charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards, pretty much idolatry, worshiping false gods, idolatry goes back to sorcery and witchcraft. Familiar spirits, that relates all to idolatry. And Egypt will I give over into a hand of a cruel Lord. Cruel Lord is one in power, man. That's the one in power, man. And a fierce king, that's the one who's in rulership. That's the one who's in a position of power. And shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh, and the Lords of hosts. And we'll read it again. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hands of a cruel Lord. Egyptians relate to the citizens, specifically the Israelites, man. And the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord and a fierce king, and shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. And that's what's happening. So that specific king, that ruler and king, is ruling over pretty much all the multitude nations of people, man. You know what I mean? So they're not going to have regard pretty much over the citizens, man. And this relates to the burden of Egypt, man. The burdens of Egypt. I want to go to Second Esdras 9:3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and that's what's happening, uproars of the people, man. Now this Oklahoma storming in the Capitol with the BLM protest, similar to over this anti-riot rioting bill, which 34 states are considering, man. So that spirit of unrest, civil unrest, and uproars of the people is beginning to happen, man. And we'll read number 3 again. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people of the earth, in the world. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. And that's what we're saying, man. These are parts of the signs that is going to be told relating to the past, man. Relating to, he answered then and said, measure thou time diligently in itself. He measured out time diligently by the scriptures describing certain things that's manifested, man, that's being made clear and evident, the things that's going on in society, man, relating to the signs, and these things are happening upon the earth. And then shalt thou understand is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he has made. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's visiting the world which he has made. Think not I come to send peace, but a sword, man. That's in 10:34, relating to, that's that spirit of division the Lord is sending upon the people, man. You know? So he's not sending a spirit of peace. He's sending a spirit of division and strife, man, upon the people. That's why you're seeing these uproars. That's why you're seeing these civil unrest in various parts of the world, here in this country, you know. Second Esdras 15:14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. That's social, racial, civil unrest, man. That's right, you're going to have racial wars, man. There was a video talking about a guy with an AK-15, man, talking about pretty much a message to the BLM, the protesters, the Black Lives Matter movement, saying we ready for you. So that racial tensions, that's being set forth, man. You know what I mean? Certain groups of nations of people, they arming up with ammunition and guns, preparing. So that's that civil and racial tensions, man. Potentially, man. Especially with the police, relating to these police shootings with young black men. So that spirit of division and strife is being set forth, man. Number 16. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard the kings nor princes, nor the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of uproars of the people, civil unrest in every country, pretty much all over the world, here in this country, major cities in this country, and they not regarding the kings and princes. A good example of that, the Capitol. When they invaded the Capitol, they ain't regard the kings and princes. Right in this video here, relating to Oklahoma City, when they invaded in the Capitol, interrupting congressional session, they didn't regard the kings and princes. So that spirit of division is being set forth, man, upon the people. Social, racial, civil unrest, man. And that's going to happen, man. This was something short related to this video. The water for listening, whoever listens. Give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Rakakadah Shalom.